Right.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers. Hey. Welcome back to Guides for Brides, the wedding podcast. This week it's a Jubilee special to celebrate the Queen's 70th year on the throne. And I am joined today by the lovely Jenny and Shivani from the Guides for Brides team. And we're going to be talking all about royal wedding dresses and ranking them based on our own views, I guess. Yeah. Right, let's get on with it then. Let's start with Her Majesty herself. So, the then Princess Elizabeth wore an A-line wedding gown with a heart-shaped neckline and long, tight sleeves designed by Norman Hartnell. The dress itself was a corset style and cinched at the waist, and it was apparently inspired by the Botticelli painting Primavera. It was made from ivory silk and flower designs of jasmine, smilax, lilac and rose-like blossoms added to the train, and it was also beautifully embellished with white crystals and pearls. Apparently, the design of it was supposed to represent the birth and regrowth of Britain following the Second World War. And a fun fact about this dress, given the rationing of clothing at the time, she still had to purchase the material using ration coupons. So she apparently had to save these up, and of course, you know, she's the princess at the time, so she's given a little help from the government with extra rationing coupons. But people who adored her also sent her their rationing coupons, but you know, it was illegal to use other people's rationing coupons, so they had to be returned. But that's really sweet, isn't it?
That's nice.
Yeah. Okay. So, what do we think of Her Majesty's wedding dress?
Yeah, it's alright. Quite like it.
I actually like this one, if I'm honest.
Really?
I like long sleeves.
I don't really
Love
like
them.
long sleeves, to be honest.
Well, you're gonna struggle in this
I know. I like the embellishments, the pearls, and the design. It's quite nice.
I don't like the floral.
Do you not?
No, I don't like the shape of the actual flowers.
I know what you mean.
Is it like the wrong kind of shape for the embellishment?
I think so, yeah. I just don't like it, if I'm honest. Fair enough. Personal opinion, but...
Well, that's the thing about it, though, isn't it? Because, like, would you have picked that dress for yourself? I know, like, current pictures on display, it looks kind of like a champagne goldy colour now, but...
Yeah.
I mean, would you have picked that in ivory, or...?
Probably not.
No.
I think there's too much material. Like, it's just too much, covering everywhere, head to toe. That's not for me.
No.
But it is a royal
It is
wedding.
a royal wedding. I know.
You're not going to have, like, thin straps.
No, but Kate's, for example, there's more...
Yeah, a bit of lace.
Yeah, exactly. It's not as heavy. So, that's why I prefer that.
I wonder if it was heavy.
Yeah, it looks it.
Yeah, it probably would have been. Crystals, pearls.
Yeah, very true. It's a lot of embellishment on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I quite like it. I mean, like you say, I wouldn't probably pick it for myself, but I'm not the queen.
That's true.
I really like the tiara.
Yeah.
So I think I really like how, I don't want to say simple because it's not simple, but you know, it's just like long stacks of diamonds.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
I would maybe pick that tiara. But
Would you?
I'm going to have a tiara.
Yeah. Oh, I am.
But if I was
I am.
she's like, I'm the princess today. Thanks very much. Controversial one next. If you don't know why it's controversial, I highly recommend you watch season 1 of The Crown. All will become very clear. Wallis Simpson's wedding dress. So this is a blue wedding dress. At the time it was, and I guess tradition-wise it still is, considered inappropriate for a bride to wear white or similar on her second, or in this case, third wedding. So it was in a colour that was dubbed Wallis Blue. The designer that made this dress for her, they worked with her previously and dubbed the colour by her name. It's a very simple yet stunning tailored silk dress. It has a sleek floor-length skirt and a wide-fitting waistband. It has delicate buttons on the waist and a gathered bodice. It was designed for her by Mayne Bocker and is a prime example of 1930s women's wear at the time. 1930s wise, this is a pretty cool dress, I have to say.
Yeah, I agree.
I think she's like a really cool bride. Regardless of the controversy, I don't care. She was really cool.
Yeah, I think she should have just worn white. I mean,
really?
Who's stopping her? She should have just worn white. Gone against the controversy. She's already having a third marriage. Why not?
Yeah. Absolutely. Who cares? What do you think about the sort of the fit? It's quite a fitted dress, isn't it?
I personally love it,
really?
If I'm honest. Yeah, I love the buttons on the waist. It reminds me of Sandra Bullock in the proposal when she tries on her gown. Yeah. That's why I love it.
Really? Do you like that film?
Yes. One of my favourites.
Is it made of silk?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I really like silk dresses. And makes it look really sleek and like delicate.
I think like elegance like makes you, and I think the way it's fitted makes her look really tall.
Yeah,
I agree.
In terms in terms of the hat,
I personally do not like it
Yeah,
at all.
not keen on
No.
hats, just in general.
yeah, no, I'm not keen on like any kind of hats at weddings.
No, I'm the same.
I know it's very British, but no.
It looks quite funeral-like.
Do you think?
Yeah, I think so. And I just think if you could have a tiara, why would you choose a hat?
Yeah, I agree.
If you're a princess.
Yeah, well, technically, she's not going to be a princess. She'll be a duchess.
Yeah.
Yeah, but still, yeah.
And you've got the money for a tiara.
Yeah.
So why
Well, she
not?
was a socialite, so she would have had enough money, I would have said.
Yeah.
Next, we're going to talk about Kate Middleton's ceremony gown because she had 2 wedding dresses. The Duchess of Cambridge wore a beautiful wedding dress designed by Sarah Burton of Alexander McQueen. Kate chose the brand because of the beauty of its craftsmanship and its respect for traditional workmanship and the technical construction of clothing. That's from the Palace official website. Word for word. The dress was made with white and ivory satin gazelle. It was very much a nod to the Victorian era. It features a V-neck line with lace detailing and long lace sleeves, and hand-cut English lace and French Chantilly lace was used throughout the bodice and skirt. The bodice of the gown was padded at the hips and narrowed at the waist, which there is giving a nod to the traditional Victorian art of corsetry. And the dress was also complete with 58 buttons covered in gazelle and organza. She then completed the look with her something borrowed, which was the Queen's Cartier halo tiara.
It's, again, not my favourite because it's long-sleeved.
Anything long-sleeved does not stand a chance.
No. But I do quite like the aspect of it giving a nod to the Victorian era.
Yeah.
I quite like that because I'm into history myself.
Yeah.
And obviously Queen Victoria was the first to wear a white wedding dress, wasn't she?
Pretty much, yeah. She made it a tradition, I guess.
Yeah, so I quite like that. It's a nice sort of feature for it to have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I like the lace, that sort of, it was almost like a strapless and then you added the lace onto it. So I think it was kind of, I really liked the fact that it came up to the neck and then it was all lace here.
Yeah.
And it had, that's where the V came in rather than just sort of sitting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sort of sweetheart.
No, I liked the V-neck. I didn't like the lace at the bottom. I think that was too much.
It was
personally.
too much lace.
I think so. I think on the bodice, the sleeves, that's nice, but way too much on the bottom.
Way too much.
Yeah, 100%.
What do you guys think of the veil? Because I have a love-hate relationship with this veil. I really like Kate's overall look, but I hate the veil because it's just, I think it's just too short. Like I don't know why she went for like a waist length one.
Yeah.
I agree, yeah. I liked the design of it though.
Yeah.
I liked the trim of it. It was just the length.
Yeah.
It wasn't for me.
You might as well have a longer one. What's the point in a
Like a
half-length
cathedral
veil?
length veil would be so much nicer.
I mean, I do like the A-line style, but I do quite like a sleek dress. And like obviously we're going to talk about the reception dress. Neither one of those were sleek. They're both very similar, both A-line style. So she's got a gorgeous figure and they don't really show it off.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you. I think the A-line would have been like the most appropriate for the ceremony dress because, you know, where was it, like Westminster Abbey or something like that? Yeah, Hannah's nodding. So like, you know, it's the most appropriate for that kind of sort of traditional church wedding, isn't it? So, but I don't know. What do you think, Shivani?
I have to say I did like the shape of it.
Yeah.
And now I haven't seen the reception dress yet, but I think it flattered her very well, if I'm honest, yeah.
You like puffier dresses.
I do,
don't
yeah, that's
you?
my type, yeah.
I think the sort of cinching at the waist helps, though, because it was all very sort of like tight on the bodice and the sleeves, and then I'm not a fan of the myself,
I am.
big poof.
I love it.
But I guess it was kind of like, with it being an A-line, it did kind of gradually come out.
Yeah, it wasn't like a oval sort of thing. No, I liked it.
So Kate Middleton's wedding reception gown, at this point she would have been the Duchess of Cambridge. Sarah Burton also designed Kate's reception dress, and it's another beautiful Alexander McQueen. For the reception dress, she chose a white strapless satin gown with detailing around the waist and an elegant A-line skirt, and she completed the look with a sort of dainty white shrug, which personally I hate. But we'll move on from that. There's always like one element that I really dislike.
I'm the same. I just don't like it. And as you said, it wasn't a winter wedding, so
I think if it was a winter wedding, I would love that. It's like furry, cute, sort of Eskimo-like. But for April, I don't understand.
Yeah, what was the need of that? And like they're going to be inside the whole time. Right?
Yeah,
maybe she wanted to cover her shoulders, maybe. But then why choose a sleeveless? I don't know.
I think I'd want to, if it were me, I'd personally want to show off all of the dress.
Yeah, the whole thing.
So like I want people to see it strapless, not...
Yeah, that is very true. I mean, I did like how simple it was, and then just the simple detailing around the waist. Loved that. But the cardigan, was not a fan at all.
Was it a strapless dress?
Yeah.
I can't even tell.
It was a strapless satin gown.
Yeah, because like you can't tell it's strapless.
Yeah, you wouldn't know that.
It takes away from that.
Yeah.
Because of the cardigan. But the dress itself, I do love, and it's got a bit of diamonds.
Like sort of diamante kind of diamond style detailing.
I love that.
Yeah. I think that's really nice, because if you're going to go for like a plain dress, but you want to add like a little bit of...
Definitely.
Something to it.
Yeah, especially for the evening.
Yeah.
100%.
No, I agree. But then do we know when she went into the room, did she take off the cardigan?
Don't know.
Because I'm sure she must have.
Yeah.
Probably did.
Otherwise she would have got very sweaty.
Well, you would know, wouldn't you, dancers?
Well, yeah, and you do get sweaty. So, I assume she must have taken that off. 100%. And that would have shown off the strapless.
It would have, but I suppose that's kept exclusive. Sort of keeps something...
Got to keep something unknown.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you
though? Probably not when you're royal.
No.
Next, we're going to talk about Meghan Markle's wedding ceremony gown from 2018. So, Meghan's dress was designed by Givenchy's Claire Waite Keller, and according to Tatler, it was actually dubbed the most popular wedding dress of the last decade. So that's the whole of the 2010s. So it's going to come above Kate's dress. So we'll see how we feel about that. It's a very minimal look with an off-the-shoulder bateau neckline and long sleeves, again with the sleeves. A very minimal design, which is something Claire Waite Keller is actually really well known for. She's well known for her elegant and simple design, so I guess there's no real surprise there. And in contrast, her veil was actually very detailed. It was 5 meters long and had a delicate floral embellishment, which it actually was supposed to embrace the flora of the Commonwealth around the circumference of the edge of the veil. It was made from silk tulle, and the hand-embroidered flora were silk threads and organza.
Right, I think I'm actually going to start this one off because I'm very much like, I like simple, very simple, or really extravagant. It's no in between. And if I'm honest, I liked this dress.
Did you?
Yeah. I wouldn't say over Kate's, but I did like this dress. I just think it was very boxy. The way it fit, I didn't like where it sat on the shoulders, but the dress itself, I liked.
Do you think it I kind of think it looked as if, from my perspective, like it didn't fit her perfectly.
I agree.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's just where it was designed to fit, if it was meant to look like that.
I guess it was supposed to fit her properly.
Exactly.
If it didn't fit, they would have gone through the night to make sure it did.
Yeah, maybe it's that the material was just so thick that it looks like that, because it could be more cinched in, I think. And if it was, it would give her a nicer figure. Maybe it's the material that made it like that. I'm not sure, but I don't really like it, if I'm honest. It's just too plain for me.
Yeah, I don't think it beats Kate's dress.
No,
I wouldn't say it beats it.
There's nothing to look at, really. Like, it's just a plain white dress, and I think she could have at least put some detail on it somewhere.
Yeah.
I
mean, Shivani might disagree.
Yeah, I mean, as I say, I like very simple or just over the top. So this I did like. Could have had something in the middle maybe to cinch it in. Just give it a little bit of like like a shape. But I did like it.
Yeah, I think I prefer her veil over Kate's.
100%.
It's the length of it, I think, that like it helps because, you know, the design, the delicate like florals and like how the meaning behind it, I really love all of that.
Yeah.
But equally, you know, she went with the what was it? 5 meters long.
Yeah.
You know, that's huge.
Yeah. That's heavy as well, surely, walking with that.
I don't know, never tried one.
No, neither.
Hopefully soon.
So next is her reception gown. So Meghan's second look was designed by Stella McCartney. Again, very simple and minimal look. It was a bespoke lily white halter neck gown made of silk crepe. It's a much more fitted and I think it's like sexier silhouette, which is ideal for a relaxed reception. I mean, I say relaxed, air quotes, relaxed. Harry's wearing a tux, but you know, it's not really a relaxed reception in my book, but it's more dressed down than the ceremony, I guess.
I personally wouldn't choose it. I don't really like the high neckline too much, but I think it does look gorgeous on her. I think she can pull it off. And I do quite like the fitted shape of it, which again, like, looks great because she's got a great figure. So yeah, I prefer it to her ceremony dress.
Yeah, me too. I think this one's a much nicer gown, and probably if I had to pick between the two of them, I would have picked the reception one myself. But I like a little bit more of a fitted. That's like my style.
I think same. Yeah.
No, I think I actually personally like it. For me, I don't suit high necks, so even though I'm wearing one right now, I don't suit a dress that shows my shoulders but is high neck. But I think she suits it. Definitely pulls it off, and I quite like that the two outfits are very different. I think they complement each other. I like how they're both simple, so she went for the same theme, but styles are different, and I love that.
Yeah, you can clearly distinguish between one being the day dress, one being the evening dress, which I like.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that. I think actually you've hit the nail on the head there.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, next we've got Princess Eugenie's wedding dress. So Eugenie's wedding dress was designed by Peter Pilotto and Christopher DeVos. It featured a V-shaped neckline which folds around the shoulders and into a low back. The low V-shaped back was specifically requested by her as it was added to show off her scoliosis scars. She had like surgery when she was about 12 years old for scoliosis, so she wanted to show that. And she didn't wear a veil so that the scar could be a key feature. And for the details of the dress, the designer included a number of symbols that are important to the bride, including a thistle for Scotland, a shamrock for Ireland, and the York rose and ivy.
I like this one probably the most, actually.
Yeah, I think this one's probably my top.
Yeah, it's a proper princess dress, isn't it? I really like the tiara and the off the shoulder sort of sleeves. Like, again, it is long sleeved, but in this case I'll allow it. It was a November wedding, wasn't it? So October wedding. Yeah.
So it was getting cold.
It's justifiable in October. And it looks really nice. So
yeah, I think she looks gorgeous in it. I mean, what do you think?
Yeah, no, I agree. I do like this one. Is it my favourite? I don't know if it's my absolute top number one, but I do really like it. Love the folded over sleeves on the shoulder. Reminds me of Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah.
Which I love, such a fairy tale.
Do you guys like the back?
I do. I think that's a really nice thing. Yeah. Just the story behind it as well. Yeah. I really like that.
Yeah, it's a nice story.
I love the shape. It works really well with the shape of the front of the dress as well.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, I personally would never get an open back.
Really?
No, I probably wouldn't. I just feel like it would feel exposed, you know? Yeah. I'd rather have one that's got more on the back and like nice detailing on the back. But it did suit her. It did look really nice.
It really looked nice on her. Next, Princess Diana, the People's Princess. Princess Diana married at a time when the royal family was at its height of popularity, so it's no surprise that Diana's ivory taffeta wedding dress is seen as iconic. The bodice of the dress featured a piece of antique Carrick-Macross lace that once belonged to Queen Mary, Prince Charles's great-grandmother. And Diana's gown had a 25-foot train and a 140-metre veil. Like, that's massive.
Crazy.
Another reason why her look is so iconic. It was designed by David and Elizabeth Emanuel, who described it as a dress that had to be something that was going to go down in history, but also something that Diana loved and which would be suitably dramatic in order to make an impression. Well, it made an impression, that's for sure.
It definitely made an impression, and I think it set trends for the time, didn't it?
Yeah, it's very of its time.
Exactly.
Did it age well? No. But it is very of its
time. It's a
time.
unique style, which I think at the time was like what everyone wore for their weddings.
I mean,
so
how many pictures have you seen like of 80s brides with like these massive puff sleeves? I mean,
exactly.
puff sleeves are back, but not to that
I wonder if they regret it now. I would. It's just too much fabric, isn't it? Yeah, unnecessary.
It is a lot.
I have bad feelings about taffeta.
Yeah.
But then I just love how dramatic the length of the train and the veil, that is a bit of me. I liked that.
Yeah.
I could easily do that.
And I think Princess Diana could pull anything off, couldn't she?
100%.
So she wore that dress and everyone wanted to wear it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, well, you saw it in trends like throughout the 80s after that, didn't you?
Exactly.
So it was like she was an icon of the time, and I think the dress is very of its time, but you know, she pulled it off, she wore it well.
Oh yeah, she looked great.
Yeah. Did I like it for myself? No.
Oh, I wouldn't wear it.
No, I don't think anyone would wear it. Not in today's weddings.
When doing research for this, it was like I was looking at how people like ranked it, and it was like the worst on all the ranking. I felt so bad for Princess Di.
Yeah, but at the time, people would have thought it was amazing.
Yeah.
So it's weird how trends just change so suddenly. Yeah.
I mean, well, you know, puff sleeves, they are back in fashion, but we're talking like, I mean, we'll see it in a minute with Beatrice, but like
much smaller,
yeah, a lot more subtle.
Dainty, yeah. The balloon sleeve, the flowing balloon sleeve.
Yeah.
Next up, Princess Beatrice. So Princess Beatrice married Edoardo Mapelli Mozzi in an intimate ceremony in Windsor. That was during the height of COVID in 2020. Normally, the royals will use a luxury designer to create a unique and one-of-a-kind wedding dress, as we've seen through most of these. However, I can't say princess. Princess. However, Princess Beatrice went for a slightly different route. So she actually went for vintage and sustainable. She wore one of the Queen's gowns that she had previously worn at an event and got the Queen's trusted dressmakers to remodel the dress to ensure it was tailored for her. The biggest additions to the original dress were the short puff sleeves, which were cuffed at the hem with the same border design as on the original dress. And the shape of the gown also became more modern as it went from a wide A-line to like a sort of more soft flowing skirt. Most of the royal wedding gowns feature something special or personal, like a personal motif, but as this dress had been passed down, arguably there's no more personal detail than a tribute to the Queen herself. What do we think?
I like the sparkle. I like the design. Compare it to Meghan Markle's dress, and it's got a lot more going on, which I like. I wouldn't have added the sleeves personally.
Really?
Yeah, I know we're saying, you know, it's a trend, but it's not for me. I prefer sort of like strappy dresses, arms out. Yeah. I just think it looks like nice and elegant.
Yeah.
But
because it was kind of strappy, more style when the Queen had it before, didn't it?
Yeah, the Queen wore it with just the straps, which I actually prefer, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like this dress. I really like it. I like the added sleeves. I personally would have kept the underskirt and made it more puffy, but I think that's just my style.
Shivani just wants big. More puff. Just a meringue dress for Shivani.
I love it. But I would say, on my own wedding day, I don't know if I would want to wear someone else's dress.
Yes,
yeah,
I think that's a really big thing for me. I mean, yes, it's the Queen's dress, and would I probably get that? No. But, and if I had the opportunity, maybe I would. But I'd want to wear my own dress.
Yeah.
And even, like, I wouldn't want to hand it down after either. Do you know what I mean? It's like my dress.
I guess it's like a tradition though, isn't it? Because it's not exactly a grandmother's wedding dress, but there is a tradition of like handing down dresses like between the women in your family. And I can see that, and I like the fact that she didn't buy a new dress, she didn't have a new one made. It was very sustainable choice, which, you know, is people are becoming more aware of now. But equally, I think a wedding dress, would I want someone else to have worn it before? I don't think so.
I would want it to be completely personal and special to me, not special to somebody else who wore it, not even as a wedding dress, just
it was
to
another event,
an event.
Wasn't it? Yeah. I think I would. I would want it. I know she had her own personal touches, but I think I'd want my own new wedding dress, and then I could like recycle the fabric in another way, like children's christening dresses or something like that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Next, we've got the Queen Mother, so Queen Elizabeth's mum, and she got married in 1921. The Queen Mother's wedding dress was incredibly fashion forward for its time. She clearly rebelled against the standard traditions with her wedding dress design. The drop waist was actually popularised by Coco Chanel, and the whole look really pays homage to that silhouette. It was created by the dressmaker to Queen Mary, who I believe is the Queen's grandmother. Am I right in thinking that, Hannah? It was created by the dressmaker to Queen Mary, Madame Handley Seymour, and reportedly based on a dress created by Jeanne Lanvin. It was suggestive of a medieval Italian gown, and the gown was made from a deep ivory chiffon moire embroidered with pearls and silver thread. She also chose to add several personal touches to the gown, and it featured 2 trains, one from the shoulders and one from the hips. Overall, a very 1920s flapper vibe going on here.
Yeah, it suits the time, but it looks like a costume from a film, slightly, I think. But it was the 1920s, so understandable. It's not too bad, but it's not very fitted. But again, probably to do with the time it was created.
Yeah.
I think if the waist was cinched in more, then it would have looked nicer.
Yeah, I kind of wish they sort of like paid homage to the Victorian corsetry or something, but I guess it wasn't the fashion in the 1920s to be wearing like really tight, like cinched waists, was it?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I don't love it, but I do like it, and it's very in its time. Yeah, I think. I love the glitz and glamour about it. I really like it. I know you said it's like a film, like costume, but I like that.
That's not a bad thing.
Yeah, exactly. I personally like that. I liked the second veil.
Yeah,
I like that. It
from the waist.
Yeah, I really like that detail. But other than that, it's not my favourite.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's my favourite either. What I did like though is like her sort of head veil.
Yeah.
It's a veil, isn't it, that she's wearing?
Hat.
A hat.
No, but it was like a veil with something around her head, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a veil. Yeah, a veil headpiece. I really liked that because that's very flapper-esque.
Very 20s.
Yeah, I really like that, and I can kind of see that medieval Italian like focus of it. Really, you can kind of see that in the silhouette of it.
I think if you were alive at the time, you would have thought it was amazing. Yeah. I think you would have, because it was so trendy. Like now looking back on it, it's just a 1920s dress. Yeah. So we wouldn't wear it now, but yeah, it's a nice dress.
Yeah, I mean, I whenever I go to like a Gatsby sort of themed party, it's like I hate what I wear. Hate it.
Do you?
Yeah, I hate the style. I hate it.
I quite like it.
Yeah, I've not been to one personally.
Oh, I have.
Wow. I would love to go. No, I really like that style. Yeah.
I can't stand. I think it's because I like feeling like there's. I've got a tie on my waist here. I have to have that kind of like feeling that something's there.
Yeah, that's what I mean by if it had a cinched waist, but I suppose it can't with the style it is.
Yeah. Would I pick it as my wedding dress? Probably not.
But then back then,
if you were
getting married,
maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I wouldn't pick the hat personally, or the headpiece. I wouldn't pick the headpiece. It's not for me. I think a nice little tiara would look better. Might not suit that dress.
I think she was going to be a princess, but at that point, I don't think they. No, at that point they weren't going to be king and queen. They weren't the future king and queen.
Oh, okay.
So, but she would have technically been a princess, like marrying into the royal family.
Yeah.
So, why not have a tiara?
True.
But I still think she looks very glamorous.
Yeah.
I still think very royal, very glamorous. I like it.
Yeah. Well, you look at the pictures of them together, kind of like you can see it.
Yeah.
For sure.
Definitely. They look like a nice couple.
So, as promised, we're going to rank our top 3 looks from these royal wedding gowns. Shivani, do you want to start?
Yep. So I'm going to go from third place first. Okay, third place. So
in third place.
I'm going to put Kate.
You're going to put Kate?
Yeah, her dress. I liked it, top 3, but I wouldn't wear it. I wouldn't wear it, but I did like it. She looked like the part of the royal family, which she now is. I loved it. 2 or second, I would say Meghan's.
Which one?
The main one for the ceremony.
Yeah,
I would say that one. Like I said, I like simple, and I think she looked nice. I like the veil.
I thought that would be your favourite.
Did you?
Yeah.
Well, first place is for the Queen. I'm not going to say otherwise. It's for the Queen. I have to give it to the Queen. She looked great.
Yeah,
I loved it. Yeah, everything from the crown. Didn't love the shoes, but we're talking about dresses, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, definitely the Queen.
Queen isn't on my list.
Okay.
So mine would be third place, Princess Beatrice, because I do really like the glamorous style, the front diamantes bit. Second place, I would say Meghan's reception dress.
The halter neck.
Yeah, the halter neck. I think I just kind of prefer the styles of the reception dresses because they're more something I would wear myself because their main ceremony dresses are too plain for me, I think. And then first is Kate's reception dress.
Really?
I know we said about the cardigan, but take the cardigan off and I think it's a really nice dress.
Yeah.
And even then the cardigan would look really nice at Christmas time.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
If you're having a winter wedding, why not have a cardigan?
Exactly.
I think that cardigan was just a little bit under
I
what it
didn't
should have been.
like it,
If you're going to wear a shawl, like
Yeah.
wear something.
Maybe like a fluffy shawl, that would look nice. But yeah, I just really like that dress. I love diamantes, as you know. So I would choose that.
I would say my third place is going to be controversial, but I like Wallace Simpson's. I think she was like
the blue one.
Yeah. I think she was like quite a cool bride. You know, I feel like she would have been those brides that go to like the town hall and wear a suit today. I think they're really really cool.
Fair play to her for having 3 marriages.
Yeah, I mean, 3 weddings. You've got to do something different.
Why not?
Second place for me, I think I would agree, probably Beatrice. Although I'm not sure I would want to have like a second-hand gown myself, or a second-hand gown that wasn't like more personalised. I think I'd rather use the fabric and then have it like made a bit more to my style. And I really like the puff sleeves on those. I like the sort of short cuff puff sleeves.
I'd rip those off, but other than that, I love that dress.
And I've got to say, I've said it before, Eugenie.
Yeah,
Eugenie.
hers is nice.
She just looks amazing.
I did forget about Eugenie. Yeah.
Oh. Where are you going to rank her now?
I might swap her actually with Beatrice as my third.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I just think she looks so elegant in that. And I love the fact she featured the scar, like what beauty standards,
true,
right? You know, like, you know, I am beautiful in my own body. This is what my body looks like.
Love it.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we would like to know in the comments what your top 3 dresses were. Of course, these are all our own opinions. What do we know at the end of the day? This wasn't our weddings.
Not for a long time.
Don't say that. If you head over to guidesforbrides.co.uk/podcast, you will find the show notes for this episode, in which there will be links to different articles and blog posts that are relevant to this whole conversation, and you can even rank your own, you know, if you have a look at the list and see what you think. We will see you next time on Guides to Brides the Wedding podcast, where I'll be joined by a panel of wedding photographers, so they're going to give us some really great tips for your photographs. In the meantime, why not follow us on social media at Guides for Brides, and we'll see you soon. Have a good time planning.
Bye.